What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. We have some details that President Donald Trump has approved an Iran attack. I'm going to give you the details here in this video. I'll also give you some details. I'll let you hear from President Donald Trump himself. This has some very concerning information here for Americans and people around the world, as Iran has already been attacked from Israel, the U.S.'s ally. This came after a warning from President Donald Trump himself, actually a ultimatum, kind of a 60-day ultimatum given by President Donald Trump. And on the 61st day, the attacks came from Israel. So many people are saying that this actually kind of was maybe, potentially, you guys can let me know your thoughts on this, was maybe an attack kind of through a proxy from the United States, but done by Israel. So we'll go over the details on all of this here in this video. And now, after Israel has already attacked multiple nuclear sites in Iran, now there's one big one left that they're saying only the U.S. bombers can hit. And we'll go over the details here right now in this video. So let's jump right in. We are live right now here on the YouTube It's Jimmy Show. Let me know if you can see and hear me. Type yes in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. You can let me know your city, state, or even your country, as we have people tuning in here from all around the globe. Help me reach 500,000 subscribers and click the bell icon so you don't miss out on future videos. Don't forget to hit that like button for me here, and let's jump right in. Take a look here. Yeah, so take a look at some of these details. All signs that President Donald Trump is preparing for a U.S. attack on Iran. Now, this comes after Israel has already attacked Iran multiple different times and has taken out several of their nuclear centers and several of their nuclear sites. You can also see another headline here from the BBC. President Donald Trump has approved an Iran attack plan. That President Donald Trump has approved an Iran attack plan from several sources, but has not made the final decision, reports say. Let me know your thoughts on this. And do you think the United States should do this? Type yes if you think the U.S. should take out one of the final nuclear sites in Iran. Type yes, or type no if you do not think the United States should get involved. Type yes or no in the comment section right now. Take a look at this. President Donald Trump has approved plans to attack Iran, but has not made a final decision on whether to use them. Coming from reports, the BBC, U.S.'s partner, and CBS reports. Wow, this is really big information and really big news. And will the U.S. formally enter this war? This could be huge. This information is actually huge. The U.S. president held off from strikes in case Iran agreed to abandon its nuclear program. An intelligence source said Trump is reportedly considering strikes on the underground uranium enrichment facility at Fordo. Trump said on Truth Social that the Wall Street Journal, which carried a similar report, had, quote, no idea what my thoughts are considering Iran. He did not address whether plans had been approved. Basically, Trump didn't want to comment. Speculation mounted about Trump's intentions on Wednesday after Iran's supreme leader rejected his demands for surrender. Now, of course, we know Iran's not going to surrender, so this is why we have already seen the force by Israel kind of used against them because, well, as I said before in a previous video, force is what they, recognize, and negotiations have led nowhere. Their supreme leader has rebuked Trump in his speech, which was broadcast on Iranian television, saying that, quote, any U.S. military intervention would be costly, and added the Iranian nation will, quote, not surrender. Imagine that. That's what I just said. Their supreme leader's first appearance since Israel launched what it described as a preemptive strike today. Iran's mission to the United Nations also mocked Trump in their post on X or Twitter. Well, you can follow me there as well. Link down below in the description. I'll put one in the comment too if I remember here. My handle there is It's Jimmy Show, as well as on all the other social platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. On YouTube, it's Jimmy. But their supreme leader said, quote, Trump has been warmongering, clinging to relevance, and adding that no Iranian official would grovel at the gates of the White House. Trump brushed off Iran's supreme leader's rejection, saying, quote, good luck, but again declined to disclose his plans, saying, quote, I may do it, I may not do it. I mean, nobody knows what I'm going to do, he said. And I mean, honestly, this is the right thing. Trump should not disclose his plan, although sources are saying that he has already approved it, just has not launched it. Quote, unconditional surrender, that means I've had it. The war of words speculation about the U.S.'s entry into war came as Iranians continued to jam roads out of their capital, a city of 10 million people seeking sanctuary from Israeli attacks. And honestly, I mean, that's terrible news that Iranians won't even let their citizens leave the capital. I mean, imagine if your capital city was under attack and Iran just literally blocked the roads and literally won't let the citizens flee or leave. Imagine how terrible that would be. Imagine if that was the United States or any country and your major city was under attack and your own government blocked the roads so that you couldn't evacuate. Or imagine a natural disaster or any type of disaster. Imagine that in any country or any city and you guys were under attack or any natural disaster and your own government blocked the roads so that you couldn't flee or evacuate. Just imagine what type of government that would be. Yeah, it just gives you an idea of what you are dealing with. Does not sound like a good thing. Here's what President Donald Trump had to say here about one clip on whether or not what he should do with Iran. Take a listen here.
Two questions, if I could. One about Iran and then one domestically. With Iran, what's your message to Americans both here and abroad who are not only concerned about the U.S. potentially getting involved in another conflict in the Middle East, but worry about the potential for retaliation here at home?
Yeah, well, I don't want to get involved either, but I've been saying for 20 years, maybe longer, that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. I've been saying it for a long time, and I think they were a few weeks away from having one. And they had to sign a document. I think they wish they signed it now. It was a fair deal. And now it's a harder thing to sign, you know. It's a lot of water over the dam. But, you know, it's very, I say it very simply, Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. Too much devastation. And they'd use it. You know, I believe they'd use it. Others won't use it, but I believe they'd use it. So that's it. It's very simple as far as I'm concerned. They can't have a nuclear weapon.
Yeah, and Trump's right. Trump's right. Iran has done nothing to stop their nuclear bomb development. For years and years and years, they've done this through multiple U.S. presidents, and no negotiations have stopped this. The only thing that has stopped this is sheer brute force, which happened to come through Israel. Now, whether that's actually a U.S. attack cloaked by Israel, saying, Israel, go do this, and they did. Israel went and did it. The Israel Air Force / military went and took out most of their nuclear development. And there's one major site left to be done that's underground that they're saying only a U.S. bomber can reach because it's so far underground. Will President Donald Trump signal that to be done by a U.S. bomber? Or will he actually give the U.S. bomber to Israel and have that be finished and done next? What do you think should be done? Now, here's another question. Here's a good headline. What happens if Trump decides to strike Iran or assassinate its leader? These are some big questions, and these are questions that are now being asked. Now, these wouldn't have been done by Biden, so you can ask yourself, well, Trump campaigned on a campaign on no war, so people did vote for him on that. But you also could say, is it better if Iran didn't, or if Iran did actually have a nuclear bomb, and if they're insanely close to having one? On the other hand, if we end up having World War III, is Trump going to be at fault for it? So you can look at this from two different sides of the coin and say, well, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So the question here is it better if they have a nuclear bomb, or is it better to stop them now and prevent it from happening and deal with the consequences that come from the fallout? The other hand here is China and Russia are Iran's two biggest allies. China's President Xi and Russian President Putin present unified front over Israel and Iran crisis in veiled message to President Donald Trump. That's right, Russia and China are Iran's two biggest allies, and of course, they don't like what's happening. So the question here is, will this lead to World War III, or will they get away with it? So far, Russia's got away with the Ukraine war. Now, of course, Russia's lost almost, hundreds of thousands of men. They say up to 1 million men have been, casualties, not fully, offed, but, injured and stuff. And, Russia has, not, fully been, how much damage has Russia fully taken, right? So the question here is, how much damage will Israel and maybe the U.S. take? Will they get away with it, basically? And can Iran really do that much damage back? Is it better to get their nuclear bomb assets out of the way? Let me know your thoughts here in the comment section. But then on the other hand, you might be asking yourself this question. If Iran and China are that buddy-buddy, that close of friends with Iran, why not just give them a nuke? Russia and China have so many nukes. Why don't they just give them one? Surely they could spare one, right? Surely, in fact, Vladimir Putin's actually talked about this in the past. He could literally just give them one, or two, or 5, or 10. He literally has thousands. So that is a question that he could do. It's something he could. They've gone through all this trouble to go to making one nuclear bomb. Yeah. Yeah. Let me know your thoughts here in the comments. Somebody would like to come here and say hi. Come here. Yeah, you guys can let me know your thoughts on this. Look who it is.
Hi.
Yeah. You want to say hi, buddy?
Hi.
Yeah. Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Tell them how your baseball season's been going.
Good.
This is my son, Julian. Show him your muscles. Yeah. I am a real American. Fight for your rights. Fight for your life. Right, that's Hulk Hogan's song.
Right.
And hey, it's
Red Danger.
more real than ever now, huh? Yeah. Sometimes you gotta fight, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to go tell my mom the question.
What's your message of the day?
What do you mean? What?
Do you have a message of the day for the people?
No.
No message of the day?
What does that mean?
What's your thought of the day? What do you want to say to everybody?
I don't know.
All right. Say bye.
Bye.
All right, so let me know your guys' thoughts, and I'll keep you up to date, and we'll see. Maybe we will be at war here. Yeah, so yeah, I'll keep you up to date. Make sure to subscribe down below. And yeah, I was just thinking, my brother was in the Army. My grandfather was at World War II at Pearl Harbor, and I don't know. Maybe it's on the horizon. Yeah. So, all right. Say bye.
Bye.
Say make sure to subscribe.
Make sure to subscribe to Jimmy.
Yeah. And click here to see President Donald Trump's big beautiful bill, which has up to $13,000, and see here how you can qualify. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
Bye.